Do you have a job interview coming up that you're maybe a little nervous about? Many young people get super nervous before an interview, and because of this, sometimes let themselves down during the interview process. They stumble over their words, they forget what they wanted to say, and they get so nervous that they can't even ask or answer questions efficiently. Now, if this resonates with you, then stay tuned, because today I'm going to give you 5 really simple tips to ace your next job interview, whether it's coming up tomorrow or in a year's time. But before we start, remember to subscribe to my channel below and hit the bell so you get notified next time I go live. Let's go. Q&A Tuesday, all your voice questions answered. Hi, I'm 𝒊𝒏𝒕𝒆𝒗𝒊𝒆, voice and presentation coach, founder of the Voice of Confidence Public Speaker Training Program. I teach public speaking and camera confidence to people from all over the world. And many of my viewers are young people that get really nervous about job interviews. So today is all about getting you over those nerves so you can blitz that job interview and walk away saying, yes, I nailed it. For some people, there's nothing more nerve-wracking than sitting in front of a stranger asking questions. But hang on, it seems like a very simple thing, right? You're just sitting there, having a chat with somebody. But here's the thing. Everything only has the meaning that you attribute to it. So if you think that it's nerve-wracking to have to answer random questions to a stranger, then only you can change that. But today I'm going to help you with that, okay? Here are 5 tips that will really help you feel more confident and prepared when you walk into the interview room. Tip number 1, reframe. Let's face it, when you're seated in front of that interviewer, they're just another human being exactly like you. All they're looking for is a new person to join the team, and their job is simply to find the best person and the best fit for that company. So as you walk in, I want you to focus on the interviewer and their humanness. Think of it as a semi-casual meeting just to get to know each other a little better. Don't think of it as an audition or an interview if that makes you more nervous. Have a good look at them as they're speaking. Get to know their mannerisms, their voice. Listen carefully to what they're saying and make sure you focus on them, not on you. You see, as a public speaker, we always need to focus on the audience or the listener, not on ourselves, if we want to be efficient and confident. Tip number 2, research. As an actor and a singer, before every audition, I find it super useful to research the company that I'm auditioning for. If you do the same, it'll actually give you a head start on understanding who you might be working for in the future. For example, when did the company start? How many employees are there? What sort of products and services do they provide? What's the structure of the company? A great way to do this is to find out if the company has a corporate LinkedIn profile. You can get to know the company by stalking all of their social media accounts and taking note of what's been going on there over the past few months. Then, if the interviewer actually asks you a question about the company, you're going to be fully prepared and know exactly what to say. Tip number 3, download. Next, I highly recommend that you download a copy of the job description and have a look at the key requirements of the role that you're applying for. What are they looking for? Are they looking for teamwork, good communication skills, organizational structure, customer service? Have a think about what stories or experiences from your own work that you could share. This will really help you explain your skills and strengths and what you can bring to the company. Tip number 4. Let's get personal, shall we? Tell me about yourself. This is a very common question in many interviews. So if you haven't rehearsed a really good answer, you might stumble or falter trying to figure out what to say. So please write down a few points that you think might help the organization make a good decision. Write them down on dot points and then practice or rehearse the answer about 10 times to lock it into muscle memory. Now, please don't write down every single word. Don't worry about memorizing. Just practice speaking each sentence off the cuff by looking at the dot point that you wrote down. That way, you can say the same thing about 5 different ways and you don't have to worry about remembering it word for word. Memorizing will make you more nervous. Now, to answer that last question, tell me about yourself. Here's a simple structure that will help you practice this idea. Write down these dot points. Number 1, skills. Jot down what skill sets you have, and especially list out the skills that you're most confident and competent with. Number 2, experience or education. What have you spent your working life doing so far? What prior experience have you had? What sort of study did you do? Make sure you write it down and practice the dot points. Number 3 is achievements. What are your personal achievements or work achievements or awards perhaps that you're most proud of that you would really like to share? Write it down. And lastly is attributes. What personal qualities do you bring to the table? For example, are you dedicated, loyal, fast working, an action taker, self-motivated? What are the attributes that would make you a good employee for that company? Let's face it, it's all about preparation. So make sure you do the research, download the pertinent documents that you need for the interview well ahead of time. Then you're going to turn up walking tall, head up, shoulders back, breathe deeply, and remember, you're just talking one human being to another. You are there actually to help them. They need a solution to a problem, and you might be that solution. Now go smash it and tell me in the comments how you went. I'll be dying to find out. See you in the next video. Bye.